Welcome to the weekend wrap. We're going to go through the majors and some of my favorites, some more exotic pairs I like to trade. I officially have switched out of breakout trading this week, basically just because breakout trading hadn't been occurring with these low volumes for about the last 6-7 weeks. And now I have switched into a bit of a fib trading method, and I have certain pairs that I focus on, and I've back tested for the last 3 months, and it is working out pretty well. So I'm pretty excited about that. If you want to check out the results of the back test, they're on the blog under I think under fib test for the pairs, and I have them for July, August, and September. All right, so let's go through and check out the pairs that that we're going to take a look at. First is the one of most interest to most people is the EURUSD, and this guy has done nothing. I mean, it has been in hibernation since about the mid of last month. Let's see, we had a 135.16, and we are all the way up at 136.28 now. The pair spent most of the month with most of the week in a 100 pip range. I guess we did get a little bit of a push back, but it looks like we're coming right back to it. I mean, to tell you the truth, I guess we could say above 134.50 favors a push back up to 137. But the way this market is going, this slow winding trading, I really want nothing to do with this pair unless we get a push up towards the 137 or down to the 134.50, and then we can let price action do the talking. And I would expect probably just to continue to remain range bound. We could have a trend line there that the pair is trying to ride higher on, but there isn't any real momentum or movement right now. This cross is just wandering. It is wandering higher. I mean, we've gone from 127.50 up to about the 136 level. But on low volume environments, we find to see that the euro does seem to strengthen. And my theory on that is there's probably just more European traders than North American traders, and you always naturally have a bias towards your own currency because you don't see the faults so closely when you're not looking at them from afar. So what we're going to do what I would do in this pair is just stay on the sidelines until we get a push to the top and maybe look for range trading. The Great Britain USD lost some ground today, but it's still following this trend line higher. I mean, we have significant support here at 159.80, and when we're watching that 159.80 level, we get a break of that, maybe we'll see a breakdown, and then we'll have support at 157.50 and 154.30. And I would actually be more interested in the effect it would have in the Great Britain New Zealand and Great Britain JPY pairs, because all of those pairs broke below significant levels today. So we're going to see if we're going to get a little bit of follow through on that into the new week. The Aussie USD, boring. 93.60 is the pivot, and it is just bouncing around. It looks like it wants to play these fib ranges, but it's not really doing anything. I mean, I guess if we stay above the 93.60, the theory is that these ranges should come into play, and the first test would be the 97.14, then maybe even a test up to 99.18. But I can't say that I have that much confidence in this right now. What I would see if we get a break of the 95.09 level, then that 50 fib could definitely come into play around 97.14, and that's how I would play that. But we could definitely get a break back down here, and then you'd have to watch these lows right here around 192.70. If we break down below those, we could cycle back down lower and just see a push down where the first support would be about the 190 level. So it's key right now. We're still just drifting, and key of a break of the 95.09 or breakdown here of the lows, what I say around 92.70. New Zealand, this is a little bit more clear cut. As long as the pair stays above this 81.60 or even higher than that, the 82.40 level, it favors a push higher. And it can have significant support here at this 82.40, so we're just going to have to watch that, and I guess the 81.60 level. And as long as those levels hold, we can see a push lower. The yen, with the slowdown, with the government troubles and so forth this week in the U.S., you can see that this pair start the week out broke this ascending trend line that it had been following for most of last month, and now it's coming up more importantly into a trend line that the pair has been riding higher since February. We get a break of that level, then we could see significant moves down lower, and first would be the 95.70 followed by the 93.50 level. So this is going to be key heading into the new week, and there's a good chance we just get a bounce back off that. And so top side, I wouldn't favor the likelihood of a breakout, but if we do, It's going to be interesting, and we're going to have some good trade setups in the Euro and the Great Britain JPY. Let's look at the Great Britain AUD. You can see because this pair broke what I was saying today below the 171.85, which had capped all the price action. Now we could see a push back down to 168.90. But as long as the pair remains below 168.90, you can see we're still in this range. And even when the cross broke this trend line, we didn't get any direction or any momentum out of that whatsoever. So we're going to have to watch this in the short term and just watch that 168.90 level and see if we can still continue to just slowly, gradually inch sideways. New Zealand also confirmed didn't want to go above that 195 level. Still playing these fibs in this pair. You can see the top of the range is 200, top of the fib, top of the fib level is 2, and we just have these fibs coming into play. We can see that I favor a move probably down to the 91.78, which is the 0.382 fib. Break that, then we can see we had a test of the 50 fib at 188.97, and that's about it. We're going to have to watch that and see what happens, and it looks like if we do get another push down there and bounce, we could have a nice head and shoulders. I mean, who knows? But until we get a break of all these fib levels, especially this 0.618 level, I could see this pair just continuing to consolidate sideways, which it's done basically for about the last 3 months. Great Britain JPY, significant move below the 156.75 level would be key if we close the day below that, and it's 60 pips lower. It looks like we're going to. So now we could drift right back into this range that we were in before. But to really have confirmation, I'd want to see a break of this 154.63. So I'll have to watch this in the short term. But I would favor a continued move lower below this level, 156.75, at least to the initial level of 154.63. The JPY, EURJPY, you can see. Let's jump down on this one on a 4-hour chart and you get a little better look. You can see that this pair is just using this. It's in a wedge. We have a 4-hour channel that's pushing the pair lower, and you can see that the cross has been riding this line higher for multiple months. So we're going to have to see what we have here. 132 is holding it, and it looks as though it'll probably stop there. We're going to need to see a break of either the top of the range or the bottom of the range to really get things going. But the pair is having a bit of volatility on a daily basis, so it is nice to take a look at. Euro New Zealand, this pair isn't going anywhere and doing anything. We're sitting right around the 164 level. Below 164 favors a push lower, but it's not doing anything. Honestly, I would just stay away from this cross at the moment. It doesn't have any clear-cut direction. And the Euro AUD, same story. It's just pivoting back and forth above 144.50. Until we get something going, a break, those ranges, basically the Euro pairs in general, except for the yen, is a pair that's more than likely a good idea to stay sidelined on. All right, everybody, if you want to sign up today, and you can have everything going next week. We'll go through our fib trades every day, and we'll still keep a lookout for the breakout trades because they will come back eventually, and then we can do a hybrid of both the trading systems at once. Back test, the results are phenomenal. Look forward to seeing you guys next week, and look forward to you guys signing up maybe. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Oh, all these charts are on the blog that I showed you, and you can find them just under charts implied. All right, adios.